Survey results from Okta Research show that majority of Filipinos support the Philippines rejoining the International Criminal Court. The survey was conducted from April 20 to 24. Based on the survey, 57% of Filipinos support the Philippines rejoining the ICC. Meanwhile, only 37% said that they were opposed to rejoining, while 6% said they were undecided. According to Okta Research, the results indicate a broad, though not unanimous, public backing for renewed engagement. In terms of awareness, the survey results show that 85% of respondents reported having either seen, read, or heard about the ICC. 13% stated that they were unaware of the ICC, while 1% remained undecided. Okta Research says the findings suggest a generally favorable national outlook toward rejoining the ICC. However, it notes that public opinion varies across regions and demographics. The survey reveals that support for rejoining the ICC was widespread across the country, excluding Mindanao. Over 60% of respondents in Metro Manila, Balanced Luzon, and Visayas supported the engagement, while only 30% in Mindanao expressed the same sentiment. The survey was conducted through face-to-face interviews with 1,200 total respondents aged 18 and above. The Department of Labor and Employment announces that the Regional Wage Board approved a 50 peso wage increase in the National Capital Region. The increase will raise the daily minimum wage in the NCR from 645 pesos to 695 pesos for the non-agriculture sector. Meanwhile, the daily minimum wage in NCR will rise from 608 pesos to 658 pesos for workers in the agriculture sector, service and retail establishments with 15 or fewer employees, and manufacturing establishments regularly employing fewer than 10 workers. The wage hike is set to take effect on July 18. The increase is expected to benefit around 1.2 million workers in Metro Manila. According to Labor Secretary Bienvenido Laguesma, the NCR Regional Tripartite Wages and Productivity Board unanimously approved the hike through Wage Order No. 26. The previous minimum wage increase in NCR took effect on July 17, 2024. Justice Secretary Boying Remulla says he will file an application to succeed outgoing Ombudsman Samuel Martires. Martires is set to retire on July 27. In a chance interview on Monday, June 30, Remulla says he plans to submit his application to the Judicial and Bar Council on Friday, July 4. Should he be appointed Ombudsman, Remulla expresses confidence that the Department of Justice will remain fully functional while a successor is being chosen to replace him as Justice Secretary. He says the DOJ is solidly organized and can stand on its own while the succession process is ongoing. The Office of the Ombudsman has the power to investigate and prosecute on its own or upon complaint by any person, any act or omission of any public officer or employee, office, or agency. This applies when such act or omission appears to be illegal, unjust, improper, or inefficient. The Ombudsman is mandated to give priority to complaints filed against high-ranking government officials or those occupying supervisory positions. It also prioritizes complaints involving grave offenses as well as complaints involving large sums of money or properties. The Commission on Elections (INQUIRER.net) is upholding the 2nd Division's decision to declare Benny Abante Jr. as the rightful winner of the congressional race in Manila's 6th District. It also upholds the decision to annul the proclamation of Manila 6th District Representative-elect Joey Chua Uy. In a 12-page resolution dated June 30, the Comelec en banc denies Uy's motion for reconsideration. The Comelec en banc also directs the Manila City Board of Canvassers to reconvene and proclaim Abante as the duly elected representative. Abante lost his re-election bid to Uy in a tight race with a difference of about 1,300 votes. But the Comelec 2nd Division voided on June 18 Uy's certificate of candidacy for material misrepresentation of his citizenship. The division also ruled that the votes cast for Uy be considered stray. In its resolution, the 2nd Division considered Abante the only qualified candidate who garnered the highest number of votes. In its ruling, the 2nd Division said Uy is not a natural-born citizen of the Philippines, thereby rendering his congressional candidacy invalid under the law. The 2nd Division said Uy was at most a naturalized citizen. The division noted that Uy only acquired his citizenship after his father's naturalization when Uy was 5 years old. Senator Risa Hontiveros says Michael Maurilio, alias Rene, reached out to her office claiming that he was kidnapped and being held in the premises of Kingdom of Jesus Christ. Maurilio was a Senate hearing witness who testified that he saw former President Rodrigo Duterte and Vice President Sara Duterte visit the KJC property carrying a bag of firearms as they left. In a now viral video, Maurilio claimed that Hontiveros forced him to testify against the Dutertes and televangelist Apollo Quiboloy. He added that Hontiveros paid him a total of 1 million pesos to do so. In a press conference on Monday, June 30, Hontiveros debunks Maurilio's claims. To address the false accusations, Hontiveros says her office will formally file a case against Maurilio and other individuals involved in spreading the viral video. In her presentation, the opposition lawmaker notes how Maurilio reached out to her office. She shows copies of emails sent to her office, bearing that Maurilio reached out to her office in December 2023 and January 2024. Hontiveros said Maurilio claimed he left Quiboloy's organization because of abuse. She emphasized that Maurilio freely offered his testimony and assistance. Days after he appeared before the Senate in February 2024, Hontiveros said Maurilio once again informed her office that he was being contacted and asked by some KJC members to recant his testimony.
Sumbong niya, quote, "Mag-recant daw ako para mapahiya si Sen Risa, especially daw yung mga nakita ko sa mga Duterte. Bibigyan daw ako ng malaking pera, itatago daw ako, at bibigyan ng magaling na abogado," close quote. Yung inaakusa nila na pagbabayad at pagtatanim ng witness, mukhang sila ang gumagawa. So, sino talaga ang may modus?
Before Maurilio's video was posted on the internet, Hontiveros says he frantically sought help from her office. He claimed that he was kidnapped and being held within KJC's Glory Mountain where he used to work.
On June 22 and 23, 2025, just this month, just last week, Michael was the one frantically messaging my staff. Sabi niya, quote, "Help me, kinidnap ako at tinatakot ako ng kingdom. Dito ako kinulong sa Glory Mountain. Send rescue now," close quote. We took his messages seriously. We forwarded them to the PNP in Davao for immediate action. At noong kumikilos na ang PNP, biglang lumabas ang video.
While she admitted that Maurilio appears to be a victim as well, Hontiveros maintains the need for the witness to be accountable for his lies. The Senate previously investigated the alleged sexual abuse and other offenses Quiboloy committed through his religious organization. Quiboloy is under police custody as he faces charges of child abuse and qualified trafficking. Pasig City Mayor Vico Sotto rules out running for any position in 2028. During the turnover ceremony for incoming elected officials on Monday, June 30, Sotto categorically states he will not run in the 2028 elections. He does not elaborate further.
2028, hindi ako tatakbo. Ngayon pa lang sinasabi ko na sa inyo. Kaya malaya akong gawin kung anong tingin ko ang tama.
In an interview with INQUIRER.net in May, Sotto said he held a different perspective from those who want him to run in the 2028 national elections. He said that being a politician doesn't mean they should always be seeking to rise in power.
Tinitingnan ko na magiging role ko in the next, after the 3 years, medyo iba dun sa iniisip siguro ng maraming tao. O kung sino yung mga sinasabi nyo na nagsasabi ng ganyan. Medyo iba yung perspective ko. Hindi man porket politiko ay dapat pataas ka ng pataas eh. Ayaw nyo nga ng traditional politics, di ba? Yan ang tanong ko sa mga, ayaw nyo nga ng trapo, di ba? So dapat, hindi laging ganun yung pag-iisip.
Sotto is now serving his third and last term as the local chief executive of Pasig City. Sotto's party, Giting ng Pasig, garnered a commanding lead in the local elections. All its candidates for vice mayor, representative, and 12 of its city council bets won in the midterm polls. Sotto dominated the mayoralty race, defeating his opponent, Sara Diskaya.